Yeah. Lyrical exercise. I'm a different cat with extra lies. You'll be petrified.
Hi, I'm your host, Tre Jenkins. This is my guest, Dominique Stevenson. Most of you guys know him as a football player. He was really good, ranked 89th in state his senior year in 2014. He got a pretty good high school career, so I'm going to just let him introduce himself again to you guys.
What's going on, y'all? Like he said, I'm Dominique Stevenson, born and raised in Bloomington Normal. Had a very fun high school career. You know, me and the team, we did a lot. The Wildcats, graduating class 2014.
81, 72, I think it was.
Yeah, we was getting the business. We had a decent amount of blowouts that year too. But yeah, man, I'm honored to be here. You know, with my guy, we know each other a little bit, so
yeah, go a little way back. What was it? Two-hand touch football. We was out there killing them boys.
It wasn't fair.
It wasn't, especially when we was on the same team. But going against each other was some good competition, man.
Yeah, that's what they started doing every time. Y'all can't be on the same team. Y'all gotta switch. Like they picked both of us.
So let's get into your background. You know, you say you're born and raised in Bloomington, Illinois. How was it growing up?
Growing up in this area, I always say it was interesting. You know, it was a lot of highs and a lot of lows.
Right.
Being a athletic, dark-skinned male, I faced a lot of challenging moments.
Right.
But I had good parents, you know?
Yeah.
And they weren't perfect by any means, but
Mom and dad at home? Mom and dad in the same home?
No.
Just
so,
mom.
you know, they went through their breakups and reunites
Right.
and breakups and reunites until, you know, 30 years later, they ended up getting divorced officially.
Right.
But what I mean by good parents is the fact that they worked hard to teach their children what we needed to survive.
Right.
So being in a town that was predominantly white growing up with the attributes that I have, it taught me kind of how to navigate properly. Right? It taught me not to be overly aggressive at times because of how that's viewed. You know, it taught me how to conduct myself in different environments because we would still go to Joliet and spend time with our family on the Hill. And if you know anything about Joliet, the Hill is like one of the rougher spots in that area.
Okay.
You know, so I was getting like the best of both worlds in a sense. And I just took all those lessons and let that kind of guide me on how to grow into the man that I really want to be.
I like that, man. I can attest to that as well. I was born in Chicago, but I was spent 15, 16 years raised here, so I tell everyone I'm from Bloomington, Illinois. And, I'm the oldest of 13, 14 kids, man. So, like you said, I'm blessed to have my mom in my life, man. Like, she's really my superhero. She just showed me what work ethic is and getting up and responsibility and taking care of your kids, the household, even not even giving up on her dreams, man. So she pushed me and showed me what love and work ethic is, and all my praises go to that lady, man. Like, honestly, because
shout out to the good moms.
Shout out to the good moms, man, because and she was really young having us, man, and she just always showed us the way. Let me thank God for my support system that I do have. Shout out my aunt, Quanisha. She's actually in career services right now in her office, so I'm sure of this when we get done. But let's head into the football career, man. I know you said y'all was dogging them boys. You was 89th in state.
Man.
Your senior year and junior year, you had good years, I saw. Sadly, I couldn't get the stats, but y'all had a pretty good 72. It was definitely a pretty good year, man. So
yeah, man. It was an uphill battle, you know. It was an uphill battle.
Normal West Wildcats.
Hey, sometimes it was fighting for our lives. Other times it was just dragging them like, "Come here, you going over here." Nah, but I mean, football started for me as an outlet.
Okay.
I really wanted to gain my dad's attention in a different way. And I woke up one night because he was screaming at the TV. And I was like a little boy scooting in the living room in our apartment in the projects. And I just was curious what he was doing. So I just sat down on the couch and watched with him and saw like how much attention he was giving to the TV.
To the game, right.
You feel me? So since that day, I was like curious about the sport.
Okay.
And people, my build, I always had like broad shoulders, so they used to call me Man when I was a little child. Or my sister always called me a bowling ball, you know. But those God-given gifts, you know, physically that he blessed me with,
Right.
when it was, you know, that time, I think 3rd or 4th grade was my first time playing football.
Okay.
And I was just naturally good at it, bro. Like, you know, JFL football, if you an athlete, they just throw you anyway. You just ball, bro.
You get the ball in your head.
So I was just balling and playing hard. I played on the line for a little bit. You know, I was a bunch of different positions. And the coach that I was playing for, you know, was telling me about I can't be a running back because I got asthma.
Right.
So I'm like, whatever. I'm just enjoying playing the game. Well, the next year I went to a different team. And the team that I was playing for, they changed their name, had to go through a rebranding process, all of this garbage, because they got in some trouble. But the team I was on, the Black Knights, shout out to the Black Knights.
Shout out to them. Hey, I started with the Black Knights.
Yeah. I swear the Black Knights took all like the kids that, you know, needed some help. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you a story before you going on. So a couple coaches, I was living in Evergreen Apartments. And you know, if you know Evergreen, right across is like a big old field. You got like 4 trees, 2 at the end, 2 at the bottom. And they came out there. I didn't even know the coaches. They just was out there watching us play. And I think I was in sandals, flip-flops or something, killing them boys. So they brought me to the side. We go get my mom, and that was my first year of tackle football in Bloomington. I was probably about 6, 7.
They was like, nah, he can't be playing out here for fun. He need to put these pads up.
6, 7, and my first game, I scored 5 touchdowns against the Bulldogs.
That's the team I'm talking about. The Bulldogs. Bro, we dogged them. They told me I couldn't be a running back. Next year, I went to the Black Knights. I said, the Bulldog, I recognized the coach. Boy, we destroyed them.
Also, shout out to the Irish. They really taught me the fundamentals, the concept of football. When I was on the Black Knights, it was just get it and go. Get it and go. No plays, sweeps. Just get the ball and run outside.
Just go play football.
But
I tell you what though, man, Coach Curtis on the Black Knights, he was like the owner of it. Coach Curtis and Coach Josh.
Okay.
I didn't get to play for them until 5th grade, 8th grade. Right before I went to high school. Right. And they started teaching me the game, bro. You know, a little bit. They was like, you know, pay attention to that big dude on this play because he's pulling. Mm-hmm. If you outrun him, you feel good, but you're not getting nowhere because you ain't got no support. Like, oh, that's how that works.
Little key concepts like that'll really take you far in the game, man. Reading the blocks, reading the defense. Mm-hmm. What is they in 1 eye, 3 eyes, just little stuff like that.
They taught me about like cone drills, my feet, how important that was.
Yes, sir.
And they actually gave me like ladders and cones, the ones
we
used for
using
years.
Them boys. Yeah,
I used those well through college, and those helped me out a lot, bro.
So let's get into the college career, man. How college career, going into pros, playing semi-pro. How that go, man?
Dang, man, it's funny because so many people thought I went off to college and played football, and I never did.
You never?
I never did.
Wow, that's news to me, guys. That's news to me.
It's the Tre exclusive right here. Nah, but I had those great years in high school, you know. put up some decent stats for the area, and had attention of like a couple major colleges and a lot of like D2, D3, D1 AA, and I all those schools. And I don't know, man. Senior year was a really rough year for me in life. And I got hurt. I tore my ACL and my meniscus. And I bruised my ACL and tore my meniscus. My meniscus healed, and I tore my MCL and my ACL officially. So it was just a rough year for me. And I was like graduated on crutches and everything. But we fast forward, I never really locked into college. And my grades weren't the best. That's why you gotta don't make it all about sports. You gotta be a well-rounded
student athlete.
You know what I mean? Like for real.
Student come first.
For real, gotta be a student athlete. And I get down to the wire and I start doing my own research. Right. I love the coaches at West, but unfortunately I kind of slipped through the cracks on them. Okay. And I think a lot of us did. And we got out into the college world and realized there was so many more options for us to play college ball than what we realized as high school students that just wanted to ball and, have fun. Right. So I went to Iowa Western Community College, which was the #1 JUCO in the country the year that I went for athletics, like basketball, football, volleyball. They were dominating. And I went on a music scholarship. I played bass drum in the marching band, right? And I tried to walk onto the team, and I bugged the coach day after day. My leg was finally healed up. I was out there knocking on his door, and his assistant was always he's in a meeting. He's in a meeting. He can't talk today. Well, he finally talked to me. I was like, yeah, we don't do walk-ons. Wow. At a community college, and just get out. We don't do walk-ons. We, we would have heard about you if it was good type of talk. Right. So that bummed me out, and I overtrained, tore my ACL in college, not playing football, just training too hard. Right. Come back home, start rebuilding, and I didn't really work out for 5 years. For real, work out for 5 years after I tore my ACL that last time. And on that 5th year, the Bloomington Edge posted that they were holding a tryout. And I was like, bro, I gotta...
It was some guys on that team.
I gotta figure this one out.
There was some guys on that team, man.
I ain't worked out in 5 years, but I started training again, bro. Let's get active. So I got a personal trainer at Four Seasons, started training, working out, bro. I've never been that far out of shape. I was sprinting, and I felt like I was...
slow motion. Just
glide through the wind. I'm like, this is terrible. Fighting the air. I finally get in somewhat of shape. Go to the tryout. I'm like, God, if it's meant for me to play, just work it out before I get there. Right. Bro, I walk through the door. I see the head coach of community, Coach T.
Oh, the black guy?
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're talking about.
And he was like, oh, man, y'all don't even know who this is. Just made a whole scene. I'm like, bro, I'm out of shape, chill. But God worked it out before I even got there. Definitely. He was like, bro, this ain't even a tryout for you. Just throw a helmet on and keep up with the team and just show them who you are. So we bought for a little bit, and I got to play with the Bloomington Edge in my hometown for 2 seasons. Oh, wow. And got paid from it, so I could never play college football because I'm labeled as a professional athlete. Right. But unfortunately, the team shut down, after the 2nd season. We're having too many financial troubles. And I just spent, from then until now, going to different tryouts when I could. I had a family already and children. And it was just a very difficult process for me to do in the position that I was in. Right. Yeah, so that was the last time that I played football. It was in 2018. Got to the 2nd round of a handful of tryouts, but for one reason or another,
It didn't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might happen for a reason, man. You never know.
Honestly.
And honestly, man, talk about later in the interview, but it worked out for the best, man. I've been seeing you traveling, man. You've been all over the place, man. But I can attest to that, man. I had last year I tore my meniscus, and it was just a small baby tear, and I kept playing in the season over time, and it turned into a even bigger tear. So a 4 to 6 week recovery turned to 6 to 8 months, almost a year recovery for a meniscus tear, man. And I'm not gonna say the college name, but I got surgery, healed up just a tiny bit, and they took my scholarship, sent me on home, man. Saying they told me I wouldn't even be the same player again.
It's crazy that people still say stuff like that with the technology that we have nowadays.
Man.
Because when I tore my ACL, they was telling me, like, bro, it's going to feel like sawdust is in your knee every time you take a step.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I could jump over, like, 6 foot.
Way
after
fast,
the surgery.
Stronger, everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
so.
I can lift more weight. But, bro, people's mindsets is just crazy.
It's crazy, man. But
I hate that happened to you like that.
But I'm thankful for it, man.
It was a lesson.
It was a lesson because I really found myself outside of football, man. I got a job at Irving Elementary School, connected with the kids, helped them out. Even coming to ISU and trying different revenues and going to meeting different people and having different connections. And I can really say that me getting injured happened for the best, man. It really helped me grow as a person and show me that I'm not just a football player, you know. I really have a brain. I can really put it towards something that's take me farther in life because football has expiration date.
It's easy to get caught up in that as athletes.
Man,
it's so easy.
That's what you know your whole life.
Right. That's what people know us for. That's what we know ourselves for after so many years of playing.
People
that's
see
what we
me
get
now.
complimented
People
on.
see me now. Are you still playing ball? Mm-hmm. You graduating in 6 months with your bachelor's? You
like
getting
what?
your master's next year? Like nothing. It's just all strictly football, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I just found out some information that I didn't even know, and I knew this man for many years. But let's get into why we're really here.
Let's do it.
I didn't even know that you could sing, rap, anything about music, honestly. And it shocked me once you put out the platform out there that you're a man of many talents, many talents, and this is one of them. So let's talk about from when it first started. When did you realize that you had a talent in singing?
So I've always had a love for music, and it's always taken me to a different place.
Okay.
When I officially realized it, I would say I was in high school, my sophomore year, my first year playing on varsity. I tore 3 ligaments in my left ankle. The second or third game of the season, we were playing against Mattoon. And I was on bed rest for like a week because it was just like such a bad like tear.
Right.
And I had all these emotions going on in my heart. Like I was so upset, but like just being laid up, you know, your brain gets moving on you.
Man.
And I just felt like this urgency to write a song.
Right.
So I threw my headphones on and went on YouTube and looked up, I don't know, it was probably either Wiz Khalifa or Wayne at that time, and looked up one of their beats and just started writing to it with a pen and a pad. And before I knew it, man, I had the whole notebook filled up.
Wow.
Like, I love writing raps. You know, so from that exact moment, that's when I wrote my first official rap, and I just never stopped writing, bro. I still, to this day, I almost write a song a day.
Wow. So, let's talk about how is music going out, man? I've been seeing you on different trips. You in the studio, you and your lovely wife.
Shout out to wifey.
Yeah. They be getting it in, bro. Working out, music, in the lab, working, like grinding.
You gotta get you a partner that y'all can be on one accord with, right? Somebody that shares the same value system as you. Somebody that shares, the likes and dislikes that you have. And even when they don't in a particular area, as long as it's not a core value, they can respect that, and you can respect that about them. And the way that y'all work together will be so beautiful.
That's a gem. That's a gem right there for everyone. Anyone that watched this, that's a gem for you guys.
Go deeper than the looks. Make
Yes.
sure you dive into the inside of that person, because when you get tired of the way she look, you gonna get tired, bro.
Yes, I can. I'm not even gonna say nothing.
You gonna leave it at that.
Just leave it at that. But how's it been going with your music career? Just everything. How's it been going, man?
Yeah, man. Just like football, it's an uphill battle. And a lot of what I learned in football is what I implemented into the rest of my life.
Right.
But, specifically my music career, just that aggression of like, I'm doing this drill until I get it right, you know. I'm a rewrite this song if I need to until it hits me in my heart the way that I need it to. Because, I've been doing music for over 12 years, so if you know a particular feeling that you get when you write a song, right? That's how you know you got something special.
Definitely.
Well, spending that time in the studio, studying different things, trying to master my craft, all of that has got me to the place where, now ISU will pay me to come out and do a residency, and be the first hip-hop artist in history that the school has ever brought out to address the class.
That's powerful.
You know what I mean? And for me to be a local is just, this is stuff that we can't plan, That's how I know I'm operating in my purpose, because God is blessing me in a way like that. To the point where I opened up for Nelly in front of a little over 3,000 people.
Wow.
In Mount Carroll, Illinois. I'm about to open up for Flow Rider in August of this year. It's estimated like 3,000 to 4,000 people to be at that. I'm opening up for another big artist from the 90s that I can't say yet because it ain't been announced. But just getting those blessings, man, is from a lot of work, dedication, and being in my purpose. Right. I don't want to take nothing away from that.
That's the most
like
important.
If you in your purpose, you're not gonna be like hitting your head against the wall.
Right.
Things gonna like flow differently because that's what God is calling you to do, and you're moving into who He wants you to be. You know what I'm saying? So life will start to align for you differently. But to answer the question, bro, it's going good. It's always room for improvement. We working on new things every day. I just got my LLC official in September. My wife bought it for me. We got our record label. Dream It to Records is an official record label. I can start putting music out through me and keeping what I deserve to keep as the creative artist. Writing everything, doing the videos, all that stuff. So it's like we're just blessed, bro.
Yeah, that definitely blessed, bro. And I'm definitely proud of you, man, for finding a different revenue, like you said. When you walking in your purpose, man, it ain't gonna feel like a waste of time. It ain't gonna feel like, am I really doing the right thing? Like, it's just gonna, like you said, it's gonna flow naturally, and it's gonna be something you love, man. So I'm very excited for you, very proud of you, man, to keep going, out of all the battles in your life through it. Because injuries is, I think that was probably the lowest I've been in my life, man.
Yeah.
Just mentally, not even physically, mentally, just thinking that it's all over, man. So I'm definitely proud of you, man. And like I said, keep going, keep striving, and keep getting better. Oh, he got a clothing brand out called V8. Yeah. I think I still got the hat that you gave me, 3 years ago?
Yeah,
at
bro.
Game Time Gym. Yeah, I still got that.
Hold the hat down.
I'm gonna send you a picture of it, and we're gonna post it in a video, man. So
Yeah, we got our own merch line. You know, VA Vast Change. That's the name of the game. You know, the V stands for Vast. 7 days in a week. 7 is completion.
Yes, sir.
8 is new beginnings. So that's what the name broke down means. But you know, we got our own clothing line. We got a dope logo that we be slapping on stuff. We got some cool album art that me and the team have been putting together. You know, and the new album, The Melanin King, is coming June 14th. You know what I mean? We got an album release party in Atlanta that I'm about to announce that we're gonna be doing in the studio with some industry shakers and movers.
Yes,
and then we got, you know, an album release party that we're doing in the hometown at the Normal Theater.
This information that y'all getting only on here, man.
This ain't been announced yet.
It's
been exclusive.
So, man, I'm gonna try to bring out more guests. And I'm actually going to do this more often, man, because I feel like I watch a lot of podcasts, and I really feel like it's an outlet for us, man, just to sit back and really talk. Because as black men, we don't really have an outlet to really express how we feel and express our feelings or have someone listen to how we feel. And, you know, just even with deaths and grieving, man, we don't have that time to grieve or to pout or to think about what's happening in our lives, man. Like, we got to move forward for our kids, our family, our wives, or even the people around you that depend on you and lean on you to lift them up and move forward for them, just for they can move forward. So, man, I really feel like this an outlet for us, man. All the black kings out there, all the black queens out there. And
I agree with you, man. And you described that perfectly, bro. Because, like, men are always taught to be so strong,
definitely.
You know? And we got to re-teach ourselves in the next generation below us that strength is dealing with your problems properly.
Yes.
It's not being strong to keep suppressing the way that you feel until you freaking explode and you on edge. And everybody like, what's wrong with him? Like, bro, I've been dealing with X, Y, and Z for 5 years and I ain't talked to nobody about it. Everybody looking at me like, chin up. You got to go to work, you know? You got to bring this money in.
For sure.
Like, I need positive outlets. And it's dangerous when we don't got them.
Dangerous, you know? Man. Because just like you said, all the build up in one small thing. It's just be the smallest thing that'll just have you on terror, man, on the edge, and just, and sometimes that can be the one thing that can send you to prison or mess up your opportunity in life, man. So
mess up a business, you know, whatever
it is. But I gladly appreciate you for coming out, man, taking the time out your day to take this time with me and make an interview, man. I truly appreciate it. Like I said, I'm truly happy for you, bro. All the different avenues and revenues that you got going on, man. So I want you to keep going, and I'm sending many blessings your way, man. And I appreciate you, and I'm proud of you, bro.
Exactly, bro. And it's all reciprocated, man. Love getting to watch you grow, bro. The way you've matured over the years. The lessons that you learned, what you shared with me today, I love all of that, bro. You know, keep your head up, stay focused, and just don't quit. A lot of it is just not quit.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Gotta wrap it up, man. My God, man.
Appreciate you, dog.
That was good.
How long was that?
That was 28 minutes.
Okay.
New deals on the table, they treated me like a fable. But I ain't just a story, I'm a staple. And my family tree's an evergreen, not a maple. My mother worked too hard for me to not to be a star. Yeah, West Side raised, we was blessed by the gaze of the sun. And I ain't from the city of the wind, but the city that I'm in taught a brother how to win. Go ahead and make your comparisons, but it ain't no one that's compared to him. Another Midwest genius, but my mother's name is Rhonda, not Donda. Staring down the judge with no honor, knowing God can only judge my soul, but they gon' judge my problems. Battling my sickness. sickness. Analyze my heart to the rhythmic flow. I gotta let you know, this is just the thoughts inside my soul. Staying up at night, hoping I don't get too big for my home. Talking with some older people I look up to, just to find out they admiring and looking up to me.